In the heart of a bustling building, tucked away in a corner most people only rush through, is our cafeteria. For many, it's just a place to grab a quick bite, a pit stop in a busy day. But for me, it's a stage. And this ladle? This is my magic wand. People think cafeteria food is, well, just cafeteria food. Mass-produced, bland, forgettable. They see hundreds of trays, a sea of faces, and assume it's all about efficiency. But they don't see what I see. Every morning, before the sun has even decided to properly greet the city, I'm here. The kitchen is quiet then, filled only with the hum of the refrigerators and the promise of the day ahead. This is my favorite time. It's when I get to talk to my ingredients. "Hello, carrots," I'll whisper. "You're going to bring some sunshine to someone's day. All right, potatoes. Let's make you so creamy and comforting that all worries just melt away." It might sound silly, but I believe the energy you put into food, it stays. It gets passed on. I remember my grandmother. She wasn't a professional chef, just a grandma in a small kitchen with a floral apron that always smelled like cinnamon and love. She'd tell me, food is more than fuel. It's a hug you can taste. She never cooked for a crowd, just for our family. But every single dish was a masterpiece of affection. She taught me that the secret ingredient is always care. And that's a lesson I've carried with me my entire life. So when I'm here dicing onions, I'm not just dicing onions. I'm thinking about the student who's stressed about exams. Maybe the sharpness of this onion, balanced with the sweetness of the sauce, will wake up their senses, give them a little jolt of focus. When I'm stirring a giant pot of soup, I imagine the office worker who just had a tough meeting. I stir in an extra pinch of herbs, hoping the warm, savory aroma will be like a comforting blanket, telling them it's all going to be okay. People rush by. They swipe their cards, they grab their trays, their minds already on the next task, the next meeting, the next class. They might not notice that I cut the bell peppers into perfect, uniform squares. They might not realize that I let the sauce simmer for an extra hour to deepen its flavor, even though the recipe card says 30 minutes is fine. They might not know that I toast the spices myself to bring out their fragrance, a step most would skip for the sake of time. And you know what? That's alright, because I don't do it for the applause. I do it because somewhere in that fast-moving line is someone who needs it. Someone who's having a rough day, someone who feels invisible, someone who's far from home and misses a home-cooked meal. My food is a quiet little message to them. It says, I see you. You matter. And someone, somewhere, took a little extra time just for you. I once saw a young woman sit down with a bowl of my chicken noodle soup. She looked exhausted, like the weight of the world was on her shoulders. She just sat there for a moment, staring at the steam rising from the bowl. Then she took a spoonful. Her eyes closed, just for a second, and the tension in her shoulders seemed to release, just a little. She didn't look up, she didn't know I was watching from the kitchen window. But in that moment, I felt like I had delivered one of my grandmother's hugs. That's my paycheck. That's my 5-star review. Sometimes my colleagues tell me, why bother? They don't even notice. Just follow the instructions. It's faster. I get it. Efficiency is important. But I believe humanity is more important. We live in a world that's getting faster and more automated every day. We connect through screens and communicate with emojis. But there are some things that can be automated. You can't automate warmth. You can't automate a grandmother's touch. You can't mass-produce care. Making food is an act of profound connection. It's one of the most ancient ways we show love and build community. From the grandest banquet to the humblest bowl of rice, every meal has the potential to be a story, a gesture of kindness. And in a place like this, a cafeteria, where people can feel like just another number, I believe these small gestures matter more than ever. It's like being a lighthouse keeper. Most ships will pass by in the night without a second thought. But for that one ship that's lost in the fog, your light is everything. I'm not a 5-star chef. My name will never be on the front of a restaurant. But every day, I get to send out hundreds of little plates of light into the world. I've learned to read the crowd. On rainy Mondays, I make sure the macaroni and cheese is extra gooey, the tomato soup extra rich. It's comfort food for a reason. On sunny Fridays, I'll add a bit of lime zest to the fish, or make a brighter, more vibrant salad. A little celebration on a plate to kick off the weekend. It's a silent conversation I have with hundreds of people every single day. Maybe you think I'm just a cook in a cafeteria. But I like to think of myself as a kind of artist. My canvas is a plate. My paints are spices, herbs, vegetables, and sauces. And my masterpiece isn't something you hang on a wall. It's a fleeting moment of comfort, a brief spark of joy, a quiet reminder that even in the most impersonal of places, there is still room for care. That someone is still tending to the details. So next time you're in a cafeteria, or any place where food is served on a massive scale, take a second. Look a little closer. You might just notice the perfectly diced carrots. You might taste the extra spice in the sauce. You might feel the warmth that goes beyond just the temperature of the food, and you might realize that it's not just food. It's a message in a bottle, a hug on a plate, sent out just for you. Because you matter. And to someone you'll never meet, making your day just a little bit better means the world. It's why I'm here before dawn, ready to talk to the carrots. Thanks for listening.